Welcome to Club Hopping, a student-produced television show that explores some of the many clubs at East Carolina University. And now your host, Allison Pulley.
Hi, and welcome to Club Hopping. I'm your host, Allison Pulley, and this is where we give you all the 411 and the updated information on all the clubs around ECU campus. Today you're in for a treat because we're going to kick things off with the ECU Men's Club Rugby team, and then later we're going to talk to the Tai Chi Club. So you guys stay tuned in, and we'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. So now I'm here and we're ready to talk with the men's club rugby team. But before we get started, we decided to take a look and see what people around ECU campus already know about rugby. What do you know about rugby?
I know that we have a team.
I don't even know anything. I just know it's like football.
I know we have an intramural team here too, and I know we have club rugby for boys.
Basically a mix of football and soccer, 80-minute game, all the contact of football, the endurance running of soccer.
I know that they have a club team here at ECU.
Sweaty guys in a field playing football that's British.
So I'd say it's a lot of fun.
It's like football, but not as good.
Awesome. So now I'm here with a member, Colin Federo himself. Hi, Colin. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for being here today.
No problem.
So if you could just start by telling us what exactly is rugby?
Well, rugby is kind of like a mixture between soccer and football. You can only advance the ball by passing it backwards to your teammates, and it's illegal to pass it forwards, so you got to incorporate that into your strategy. And you can also kick the ball to advance it, so that's where soccer comes in, and like the offsides rules from soccer kind of play into that, but it's mainly like the bruteness of football with the running around of soccer.
So what is the offsides then in rugby?
Well, it's kind of like you can't be any further up than your first guy. So it's kind of like in soccer, you can't cherry pick the goal. In rugby, it's like the same thing because you can kick the ball to advance it. So you have to be behind the kicker when he kicks it. So just to prevent people from just hanging out by the goal line.
Cool. So is there like different, how do the positions work?
Well, there's the forwards and then there's the backs. The forwards consist of 8 people. You have 2 props, a hooker, 2 locks, 2 flankers, and an 8-man. Okay. And then in the back line, you have a fly half, a scrum half, inside center, outside center, wing, and fullback. And in the pack is when they basically fight over the possession of the ball. Because every time someone's tackled, the ball is put on the ground, and the teams will fight over who possesses the ball. So our forwards will keep possession for us, and then our backs will do our finesse plays and the kicking.
And how do they get the possession then?
Well, it's actually called a ruck. Every time someone's tackled, they have to place the ball on the ground or else they're penalized. And that's when the forwards come in and they come stand over top and they try to push the other team back, which allows our scrum half, the guy in the back line, to come up and take the ball and pass it out back to our backs.
Okay, so then your back line, how do the positions differ as far as like the people that play them?
Well, we're a pretty uniform team. A lot of our guys are the same size, but typically your forwards would be like the bigger guys, got some meat on them, the offensive linemen per se, and then the backs would be like wide receivers, quarterbacks, and football running backs, kind of the shiftier, more elusive guys, you know, people that can like make people miss tackles in space.
So what do you guys wear for this?
We wear really awesome short shorts. They're ideal for lifting in the line out, which is when a player takes the ball out of bounds. And we wear that and tight fit jerseys. So.
Awesome. So no protection whatsoever.
No protection at all.
Do you guys like
steel noggins?
No pads, nothing?
Nah. We have the option to wear these little tiny pads, but they don't do much.
No. So where do you guys get to compete, do games, tournaments? How does that work?
Yeah, we compete against a lot of other colleges in North Carolina. Like just recently we had a tournament in Appalachian State that we won, got first place in that. And we played UNC Charlotte, UNC Greensboro, UNC Chapel Hill, Appalachian State, NC State, schools like that. Like we'll play other colleges all on the East Coast.
I was about to say, do you guys travel like out of state as well?
Yeah, we'll travel pretty much anywhere, anywhere they'll have us.
And who's your biggest rival?
Biggest rival? I think it's a tie between App State and UNC Wilmington.
Yeah, do you guys do you play outside of like regular season, or how do your seasons work?
Well, it basically goes all year round. In the fall, we're just scheduling matches with other schools, trying to get a feel for our season and like see what pieces we got. But it's kind of like a preseason. It's not really anything official. And then we come around in the spring semester, and that's when your teams get sorted into a matrix, which is basically like a conference for USA Rugby. And if you win in your matrix, then you can advance into the national tournament. So that's what we always strive to do. Is we always concentrate on our fall or our spring season more.
And how often do you guys have like injuries occur?
I don't know. It's well, people will always get injured,
Yeah.
I mean, in a sport with no pads, it's gonna happen. But I mean, we practice like good, proper technique, so our players usually don't get injured as much as the other team's players does.
Cool. And can you tell me just a little bit about like the culture of rugby too, and the social aspect of it?
Yeah. Well, the rugby culture at ECU is pretty awesome. We don't have a coach currently. We're trying to get one, but I think that makes us a great organization because we're able to think on our feet, and we're not really constricted by anything as far as like a perspective of way we have to do things. So I'd say the ECU culture is just coming in, working hard. It's gonna suck at practice, doing a lot of hard work, but you put it in, and then you come back out and do work on the field, and then have a great time after with your boys.
So you guys hang out outside then?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Some of my lifelong friends I play rugby with.
Awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about where you guys practice and how often do you meet?
We practice every day of the week except for Monday at North Campus Rec Center, not the Rec Center, Rec Fields, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock normally.
Awesome. If someone was interested in coming out, do you guys actually have any games coming up or anything?
We have a game this weekend actually, but it's in UNC Chapel Hill, so that's an away game.
Okay, cool. Well, if someone was interested in the future in seeing you guys play or being a part of the team, how is the best way to contact you?
Probably the best way is to contact me. My name is Colin Federo. My email, federoco9@students.ecu.edu.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you again for being here with us today.
Thank you.
You guys stay tuned in, and we're going to be right back after a short break.
Sing a sad song in a lonely place.
Popping bottles in the ice like a blizzard. When we drink, we do it right. Getting slizzard, sipping scissor. Am I right? Like 3-6. Now I'm feeling so fly, like a G6. Like a G6. Like a G6.
Throwing it all away.
All right, 30 seconds.
Welcome back, guys. Now I'm here and I'm ready to talk about the Tai Chi Club, but before we get things started, one of our members, Trent, actually got to step in and see what it's like at a day at a meeting. So let's take a look and see how it went.
Hey, I'm Trent. We're here at the Rec Center, about to go in and learn some Tai Chi with John, the Vice President, and I'm excited to learn some Tai Chi moves. So let's see how it goes. Hey, man.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
I'm Trent.
Oh, my name's John.
John. Nice to meet you, John.
So you're interested in learning some Tai Chi today?
Yes, very.
All right, let's get started then.
Yep. All right.
When I stepped in with the Tai Chi Club,
read in.
I really had no idea what to expect. We started out with some of the basic hand movements, and then quickly moved into what those hand movements are actually used for in self-defense.
Ward hands, basically. It's a defensive maneuver, which I'll demonstrate. And
on me?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Would you like to see it? Double hand grab to the neck. So double hand grab right here. See this?
Yep.
Now from here, I'm gonna grab your forearm right here.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use my waist to pull you in. See this? And then as you go in, because your momentum is going forward. So I'm not really using a lot of force. I'm not like jerking it like this. But what I'm doing is from here, I'm just pulling. And then you run into my shoulders. Some people may not, may not attempt to grab you two hands. Some can do one hand. Can you do the same movement with the same hand? Yes, you can. So if you try to grab me with that hand, right there.
Oh gosh.
Right there.
Well, I had a great time, John.
Thank you.
Learning about Tai Chi and all the different moves and how to defend yourself. You should definitely come out, give the Tai Chi Club a try. You'll learn a lot.
Oh crap. I'm sorry. Cut!
Cut! That's straight. No, I'm straight.
Welcome back. So now I'm here with John Chester, Vice President himself of the Tai Chi Club. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you.
So if you could just start by telling us what exactly is the Tai Chi Club all about?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say Tai Chi, the full name of Tai Chi is actually Tai Chi Chuan. And in English, that translates to the Grand Ultimate or Ultimate Fist, however you want to call it, but that's the English translation. And it's internal style.
Okay.
And it originated from China. And internal means it has a lot to do with the spiritual aspect of the art. They focus a lot on the philosophy about, basically the main philosophy in Tai Chi is you're redirecting your opponent's energy. So I guess in this case, meaning if somebody were to give you a very strong energy, you would respond to it by using minimum energy. And if the person uses minimum energy, you would respond to it with more energy, maximal energy. So that's basically the basic understanding of the philosophy of the art. And our club teaches the Yang style. And the Yang style is a very, very common, popular form, mainly practiced here in the States.
Okay.
So if you go to a lot of Tai Chi schools, more than likely, I would say 50 to 70% all the time is going to be Yang style.
Okay.
But there are other styles too. There's actually 5 main styles in Tai Chi. The Yang style, the Chen style, the Wu Hao style, Wu style, and the Sun style.
Cool. So it is a form of martial arts then, and a lot of people relate it to like yoga too a little bit. So how do those two mesh?
Well, it's because the movements are done really slowly. Like in our club, we teach the 24 form, and it is a set of movements. It's the basic form that you learn in the art. And first we start off like with our hands. We go this way, and then we form. This is what they call a Tai Chi ball.
Okay.
And then you go here, and then there's really, it is related to yoga because since we do these movements really, really slow, but there's a purpose behind it. That's the thing. I would say the only difference between Tai Chi and yoga is that Tai Chi is a martial art, and yoga is more to increase flexibility and health. But Tai Chi actually benefits in the same way. It's because how it's practiced. But it is a martial art. I think the problem today is a lot of people overlook, especially a lot of young people overlook it because, of course, we all understand that if you're young, you want to do something really energetic, right? Something that really gets your body going. But I believe that in order to understand Tai Chi, you really, really, really have to have an open mind and have the discipline to actually take the time and understand why are we doing it slow, or why do they practice this way. Because the 24 form that we teach, each set of the movements has application, a martial application.
So how exactly, like with it being so slow of movements, how exactly does that help build strength? Or like, say if you were in a fight or something like that, how do you prepare for that?
Well, as I said before, that varies in the philosophy of the martial art. Like, since it's internal, it focuses more of a soft movement.
Okay.
So, as I said, the philosophy in Tai Chi is redirecting one's force. So in a fight, if you're talking about if somebody's coming at you, somebody throws a punch or tries to kick you or grab you or whatnot, the concept behind that is if you're practicing Tai Chi, you don't want to go force against force. Meaning if the guy punches you, you don't want to like try to punch him really hard in exchange. That's a different kind of fighting. So if you were to use Tai Chi, you would actually have to, maybe for example, redirect his hand right here and then let him just fall off by himself. Because if he's going in that type of speed and that momentum right there is going straight, best idea is if you're using Tai Chi philosophy, you step offline, you grab his hand and just let him go by himself. He'll probably run into a wall or something, you know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's one way of dealing with the situation. So really, it's not about what technique you use in Tai Chi. I mean, the techniques go along with it, but if you actually understand the concept, that's the idea. And I think that's what goes with other martial arts too. You understand the concept, really the technique is just something for you to use, but the concept is, or the philosophy is, what I believe is really the most important thing you got to understand about any martial art, whether it be Tai Chi, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, or Xing Yi Quan, whichever style you're doing, actually.
That's really cool. So do you guys actually compete or travel?
We do workshops.
Okay.
And we do those, I would say, once every semester, sometimes two, depending on who we can get. We normally get really famous Tai Chi practitioners all around the States to get them to introduce people to a different style of Tai Chi, and the different aspects of like the internal side of martial arts. Sometimes we have people come in and they demonstrate this form of exercise called Qigong, which means energy. And that can be treated as a form of, it's like a set of movements that you do to practice your breathing, as well as to practice channeling your energy. But it's also martial at the same time. So each of the movements, well, I wouldn't say each. I mean, there were some movements that I still don't have any idea what to do with them until now. But there are some movements that are still martial, basically.
Well, really quick, just so we can make sure to get this in, if someone was interested in joining your club, participating, when do you guys meet and how often? Or?
We meet twice a week.
Okay.
We have Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays we meet 7 to 8 o'clock at the rec center.
Okay.
And our room is 238, 239, somewhere in the second floor. It's in one of those rooms. You'll normally see us. Saturdays we meet, let's say 10:15 up to 11:30 in the morning.
And what would be the best way to contact you, you guys personally?
You can contact me. I mean, my email is john.nuqui@yahoo.com, and that's JOHN. _NUQUI @yahoo.com.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you again for being on the show with us today. We really enjoyed having you. You guys stay tuned in. We're going to be right back after a short break.
Here what? Man, Joe got that swan. Carrera, raised in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle era. Water bearer, tell the truth. I dare ya, you lie. So eat this whole bottle of these jalapeno peppers. The terror made in America to live. The property, you give me my props properly. High off life, this high technology deprived. Now rap Muhammad Ali, more like rapology. My policies not the
So now I'd like to thank all of our guests today. I'd like to close out the show with thanking Colin Federo from the ECU men's rugby team and John Chester for being here with the Tai Chi Club. So you guys stay tuned in next week, and we'll be back with 2 new and exciting clubs.